Johnny was a soldier, he can't dance anymore. Johnny was a soldier, he can't dance anymore. Oh, Johnny was a soldier, he can't dance anymore. 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 Whoa. So I had a friend. I got out of the Army back in 2001, and that was right before the attacks of September 11th. And then those attacks happened, and there was an outpouring of protest against the planned invasion of Iraq, right? That followed from the invasion of Afghanistan, two of the longest wars in American history, right? The two great 20-year wars. And in any case, right, I had a friend, really good friend in the Army, and we used to drink together a lot, and I was a medic, he was an MP, and after we would drink, he would come into the clinic. We were in the Republic of Korea together, down in Wagon, and he would come into the clinic, and I would hit him with an IV. That is what we would do every once in a while, not too often, but if we needed to rehydrate so we could get through the day, right, we would just pour that saline solution right into our veins. And in any case, just before the invasion of Iraq, or actually just after it, I was on the phone with him, and he was down in Georgia or somewhere, and he was getting ready to ship out for Iraq, and I was opposed to the war, and I tried to convince him not to go, right? And I was being selfish, truly, right? He felt differently about it than I did, and I was trying to convince him not to go, and he was struggling to summon the courage that he needed just to do what he believed was the right thing, and I was dissuading him from that, or trying to. And so he said to me, look, I am up in here. And when he said that, I understood what he meant. And so I left it there. I left it at that. Oh, Johnny was a soldier, he can't dance anymore. 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 And then my sister had a friend, right? And he was in Iraq. And the war in Iraq, Afghanistan and Iraq, but especially Iraq, right? That war saw the highest rate of amputees in American history, as I understand. Walter Reed was just packed with folks that were missing arms and missing legs. And my sister had a friend, and he was on the cover of the local paper because he was in Iraq, and there was a roadside bombing that flipped his Humvee, and his comrade in that Humvee died as a result, but he did not. He was fortunate. All he lost was an arm. And so they sent him back home. They sent him to Texas, and he was due to discharge out of Texas. And yet they did not allow him to get out. They kept him because when he returned from Iraq, he did not return with all of his equipment. And so they wanted him to pay for that equipment before they discharged him. And he returns missing a Kevlar helmet and some other equipment, and of course, a very human arm. And he reached out to an American senator. I will not say who. And that senator jumped into action and made sure he got home. And that was right around Christmas time. So it was big news in the local paper, you know. And that was a good moment. Maybe just a moment of confusion, but it must have hurt to be kept behind because you could not pay for the equipment you lost. And really, you lost a little more than equipment. You lost an arm. Johnny was a soldier. Johnny was a soldier. Johnny was a soldier. And he couldn't dance anymore. Couldn't dance anymore. Couldn't dance anymore. Couldn't dance anymore. Oh. Johnny was a soldier.